We've replaced dozens of real appointment setters with AI over the past 12 months, and in this video I'm going to show you exactly how you can do the same even if you have no prior experience or knowledge in this arena whatsoever. You'll also get access to all of the templates shown in this video completely for free, so let's get right into it. First things first, let's cover the tech stack we're going to be using. We'll be making use of n8n.io, link is down below in the description. This is going to be our workflow builder where we're going to be building out AI agents, and we're going to use this to integrate it into all kinds of messaging channels that you may need. The second thing we're going to need is OpenAI. Now, by going to platform.openai.com, you can actually sign up to the API version of OpenAI. You're going to need this in a second in this video. The third thing we're going to use is a CRM, which is GoHighLevel, where we can integrate into WhatsApp, SMS, Instagram, Facebook, email, so many more platforms. Whatever the use case is in a specific business, GoHighLevel can get it done. There are also other videos on this channel using ManyChat, for example, which is a popular use case as well, so feel free to check that out if you want to use ManyChat. And finally, we're going to be using Qdrant.tech, link also down below in the description, to actually set up a knowledge base for our AI agent so that we can give it knowledge to answer questions. Now, first things first, if you don't have an N8N account yet, simply go ahead and get started. You can sign up for free. There's a 14-day free trial. And as soon as you sign up, this is the page that you're going to be seeing. In your case, it may be empty. If that is the case, simply go ahead and click on Create Workflow. It's going to open up an empty canvas right here. And we're gonna go step by step, or you can go and access our template in the free community link down below in the description. Now, first things first, we're gonna go ahead and set up a chat trigger just so that we can test everything in here before we go ahead and integrate it into any other platforms. We're gonna now go ahead and look for the AI agent. We're gonna get the AI agent here. Now, make sure that it's a tools agent, which it is by default, but that's what we want. We can also go ahead and click on add option and go ahead and click on system message. This is going to be the prompt that we're going to be using for our AI. You want to make sure to set this to expression because it allows you to open it up, and you can use variables in the prompt, which is a great use case as well. The next thing we're going to do is go ahead and look for a chat model. Now, as you can see, they have a ton of chat models here. We're going to be going with OpenAI. Now, if you don't have an OpenAI API key connected in N8N yet, you simply go ahead and click on Create New Credential, and you're going to need the API key. To do that, go to platform.openai.com, log into the platform, go to the API keys section, generate the key, copy out that key, and simply paste it into here. Once you click on save, it's going to verify the credentials, and you're going to be good to go. In this case, I already have some connected. We're also going to choose a chat model that we want to use. By default here, it's GPT-4o mini. Usually the best one to go for is going to be just 4o. So now that we have GPT-4o selected, we can exit out of here, and this part is done. The next thing we're going to do is use memory. For this, we're just going to use window buffer memory, where it's going to store everything on our N8N hosting. As you start to scale up, you might want to use different options such as Supabase, for example, to use an SQL database. But for this video's use case, the window buffer memory is going to do just fine. You want to set the context window length to 10, and this determines how many past interactions the model receives as context. So by it being set to 10, we have 10 backs and forths. Each back and forth consists of one user message and one AI message. So it will have the 10 past messages as conversation context. And that is already it to start out. We can add a ton of tools such as a vector store, which is Qdrant. I'm going to show you in just a second. We can add other vector stores. We can add things such as a calendar tool if we want to book Google Calendar events, and so much more. But that's something that I'm going to be covering in another video. As for this use case, we're just trying to make a simple AI appointment setter that you can start using today. Now that we have this done, we can simply go ahead and click on save. We can click on open chat in the bottom, and we can go ahead and type hi. As you can see, we got a reply back. Hello, how can I assist you today? So everything at this point is set up. OpenAI is working, the memory is working, and the agent is set up. Now, what we want to do is we want to go ahead and adjust and add in a system message. The system message is going to be the prompt that your agent is going to be using. I recently made a video on how I write prompts and the specific prompt format that I use for my AI agents. I'm gonna go ahead and get that and paste it in here. Boom, we've now pasted it in. As you can see, we specify the role and the context, the style, the instructions and the task, the script we want it to follow, and how to handle objections, as well as any tools. In this case, we will just have a knowledge tool, which is linked down below right here. And now that we have this prompt added, we can go ahead and save it again. We can open the chat. We can reset it by clicking up here, click on reset. And now when we say hi, we will notice that it's gonna follow the specific script that we specified inside of the prompt, which is part of the Omni Skincare brand, which is a fictitious brand that I made up. Now, in order to make this sound more human, we're gonna go to the OpenAI chat model. We're gonna click on add option. We're gonna get the sampling temperature, which is gonna determine how random the output is that the AI agent generates. We're gonna set it to anything between 0.3 and 0.6. You can play around with this. In this case, I'm gonna do 0.5. We're gonna set up a frequency penalty, which is gonna punish the AI for repeating itself over and over. We're gonna set that to 0.4. And we're gonna set up a presence penalty, which is gonna punish the AI for using tokens, as in using words that you gave it inside of the prompt. So we're gonna set that to 0.2 in this case. This is gonna make the AI more human. If you want to understand this in depth, you can watch the video linked up here. I explain exactly how to make an AI agent more human. For now, we're just gonna leave it the way it is here. Now that we set up the AI agent, you may notice that a lot of things changed, which is me adding in a vector store, which is a knowledge base. I'm not gonna explain exactly how to set up the knowledge base because it's not the purpose of this video, but there's a video on this channel where I show you exactly how to set up this knowledge base using Qdrant, which we just talked about. You can also get startup credits for Qdrant. So if you simply go ahead and Google Qdrant startup program, you will find this page here, Qdrant for startups. And if you apply here, you can get 20% off all of your Qdrant builds. So that's a very good use case. And you can even start for free. So simply go ahead and watch that video. You can use it for free long-term, as long as you only have one knowledge base that you'll be using. Now in this case, it's already all done. There's a knowledge base connected. And what we're gonna do next is to actually integrate this into a platform, because the AI agent inside of N8N is great. If it's not integrated into WhatsApp, Instagram DMs, SMS, or whatever the use case may be, it's not gonna be much use for us. Now for this, we're gonna be using GoHighLevel. If you don't have GoHighLevel yet, click the link down below in the description, sign up for a 14-day free trial. And once you have, you can simply go ahead and click on login. This is gonna bring you to your agency dashboard, at which point you need to start to create a sub account in order to actually set this up. For this, simply navigate to the sub account section, and here you can click on add a sub account and fill it out with all the information. You can then go ahead and click this drop down in the top to actually switch into a specific sub account. And in this case, I'm gonna use the one that I made for my YouTube video specifically. Now that we are inside of the sub account, we can go ahead and set up our different conversation channels that we want to use, and we can then integrate our N8N AI agent into GoHighLevel so that it can start setting appointments for us. And something I just remembered, in case you guys are wondering, how will it actually set appointments? In this case, the agent is prompted in a way where it actually sends a Calendly link if the user agrees to a call. So it will be booking in through your Calendly link, but you can also create calendars inside of GoHighLevel. If you click on calendars, and you can make a simple page where this calendar is embedded so that you can actually use the calendar from GoHighLevel, and everything can actually be handled inside of GoHighLevel without you having to even pay for Calendly. Now, in order to get different conversation channels set up, we simply go ahead and navigate to settings. And here we have a ton of different things now. We can do WhatsApp, for example, where in this case, I have a WhatsApp number set up. I have a video on this channel showing you exactly how to do that. We can go to phone numbers, where in this case, I also have a phone number set up. I'm gonna be making a video on doing this very soon, but it's very, very easy to do it by simply following GoHighLevel's instructions. When you get to this page, you can add in a phone number, and this phone number can then be used via SMS. The leading provider for this is Twilio, and with Twilio, you can get phone numbers from any country in the world. You pay a small monthly fee, and you can then integrate those into GoHighLevel, or you can actually do that entire process through GoHighLevel itself to actually get the phone number without even having to use Twilio at all. You can then also go ahead and set up email services, where you can either use the lead connector email system, or you can set up a ton of different services, where if you click on the add service, you can choose all of these providers such as Gmail, etc. And finally, if we scroll down and we go to integrations, this is where you would set up Instagram DMs and Facebook Messenger by simply going to this field right here where you see the Facebook and the Instagram logo. You would go ahead and connect it to your Facebook account. And then once you're in your Facebook account, you can go ahead and click on settings and you can select which channels you want to sync to this GoHighLevel. So make sure to actually select, for example, Instagram, and turn on the Instagram DM message sync for the specific Instagram account that you want to use. Now in this case, we're gonna be going with the WhatsApp integration, but I will show you in a second that it's very, very easy to change based on which channel you want to use. But since I already made a video on how to actually connect this WhatsApp number, which is on this channel, I'm gonna go ahead and use WhatsApp for this specific use case. Now, if we simply go back to the main dashboard, we need to navigate over to automations. Now, on the automations page, I have a ton of different templates like IG agent, SMS agent template, WhatsApp agent template, and all of these are available for free in our school community. Link is down below in the description. I'm gonna select the WhatsApp agent template, and you're gonna see how easy it is to actually get this set up. Now, this is the flow that we use for WhatsApp. It's incredibly simple, and adjusting it for a different channel is even more simple. We have a trigger for when the customer replied. We set up the reply channel to be WhatsApp, but you can change this reply channel to be Instagram DMs. You can change this reply channel to be SMS. Whatever the use case is that you want to use, you simply adjust the reply channel right here, which is going to trigger only if a customer replies on that specific channel. If you want this to apply to all of your channels, Instagram, WhatsApp, email, whatever the case may be, you can also go ahead and delete this filter. We then have a custom webhook, which is how we trigger N8N, and I'm gonna show you how to set this up in just a second. And then finally, we have the WhatsApp node, where we simply go ahead and use a free-form message. We select the from phone number, and we then send out the message that we get back from the custom webhook from N8N. Now, this may seem confusing for some of you if you don't have any experience with API calls, but I'm gonna show you in just a second how to do it, so don't worry. If you want to replace WhatsApp with something else, you would simply click on the plus, and you would go ahead and say Instagram DM, and you can do the exact same thing, where you would simply go ahead and send out the message from the custom webhook inside of Instagram DMs. And I'm gonna show you all of that in a second. Now let's redirect our attention to this custom webhook. Now the custom webhook must be a post request right here, and we need to specify a URL, which we get from N8N. So in order to set that up, we're gonna go back to N8N. We're gonna exit out of everything, make sure it's saved, and this flow is turned to active. If it's not to active, you're gonna get stuck at some point in these next couple steps. We're then gonna go ahead and remove the chat message received node, and we're gonna click on the plus, and we're gonna look for the webhook node. We're gonna select the webhook node. We're gonna make sure that we set it to post so that it matches what we have inside of GoHighLevel. The method needs to be the same. So this is gonna be a post method. And we're gonna select the respond node and select using respond to webhook node. We're then gonna exit out. We're gonna drag the webhook up here and connect it to the AI agent. The next step is gonna be to click to the right of the AI agent and look for the respond to webhook node. Now, in this case, right now, it's set up with respond with first incoming item. We're just gonna leave it the way it is for now. And we're gonna go ahead and click on the webhook. We're gonna click on listen for test event, and we're gonna copy this test URL. Once we've copied that, we're gonna go back into GoHighLevel. We're gonna paste it in here. We're gonna scroll down, and we're gonna click on test. In my case, it says test again, because I've done previous videos on this, but in your case, it will say test. You simply go ahead and you select a contact. In this case, I'm just gonna use myself, and we're gonna go ahead and click on send test request. Now, if we go back into N8N, we can see that we got the output from the test request, which has the user ID, which is what we need in order to allow the AI to understand who it's talking to and not mix up conversations, as well as the message, which in this case is null because it's just a test request. We didn't actually send the message. Now we can exit out of this, we can go to the AI agent, and we need to change the source for the prompt, which is the user message. We're gonna change it from connected chat trigger node to define it below. We're gonna switch this to expression. We're gonna scroll down, and we're gonna take the message variable, and we're gonna drag it in. Now we've provided the variable, which we get from GoHighLevel, the message variable, to the AI so that it can respond to that. We're also gonna take the ID and drag it in here, but we're not gonna leave the ID here. We just need to copy out that variable, and to make it easy, we're gonna do this. So we simply go ahead and copy out that. We then exit out. We go to the window buffer memory, and now we want to select as defined below, expression, and paste in what we just copied. And now we're gonna have the user ID as the unique identifier for a specific session so that the AI always knows who it's talking to. Now that we've done that, we can move on to the respond to webhook node. And here we can click on execute previous nodes. This has now executed the AI agent. And as you can see, we got an output right here. We're then gonna go ahead and click on respond with. We're gonna select text and we're gonna select expression. We're here gonna drag in the output and we are now all done. We're gonna go ahead and click on save. We're gonna go back to the initial webhook and this time we're gonna click on production URL. We're gonna copy out this production URL, make sure that the flow is turned on. If it's not, this is not going to work. You go back into GoHighLevel, you replace the test URL with the production URL, you scroll down, you click on test again, you select a contact again, and you click on send test request. Now, when we go back into N8M, we can go ahead and click on executions. And as you can see, we have an execution right here, which doesn't have the test icon. So this is the one that we just did. It's also the correct time. And as you can see, it executed and it responded to the webhook with a specific message. Now, if we go back into GoHighLevel, we can see it was a success. And if we scroll down, we can see the message right here, which we also output inside of N8N. So now N8N and GoHighLevel are officially synced. Now all that's left to do is click on Save Action, go to WhatsApp, and here we want to specify the variables. So we're simply gonna select this right here. We're gonna click on Custom Webhook. We're gonna select the number 2 custom webhook, which is this one right here. And we're gonna click on Response, which will now send the message that we got as a response from N8N to this specific contact. Now that we're all done here, we're gonna go ahead and click on save and make sure that this is set to publish. If it's not published, it's not gonna work in a real world use case. Now we're gonna exit out of here. And if you don't have a contact set up yet, you can navigate to the contact section right here, set up a new contact. Or what we're gonna do in this case is I'm simply gonna go into WhatsApp and I'm gonna send a message. Hey, what's up, bro? We can now see that if we go here into GoHighLevel in the conversations tab, we can see the message. Hey, what's up, bro? As you can see, the AI was quicker than I could even show you. So we got the message back. If we go into N8N and we go to the executions, we can just give it a second to load. We can see the new execution right here. And if we click on the AI agent, we can see that the input message that it received down here is, hey, what's up, bro? And it responded with, hey, not much, just helping people with their skincare. We got this message back. It was sent in GoHighLevel. And if we go into WhatsApp, we can see that we also receive the WhatsApp message right here. We can now go back and forth with this AI agent. So I said, yeah, sure. And if we just give it a second, we're gonna get the message back here inside of WhatsApp. And as you can see, the AI agent immediately responded. I hope you found some value in this video. Like I said, it's very, very easy to change this for different conversation channels by simply going into GoHighLevel and adjusting the automation that we have set up, adjusting the workflow for the specific channel that you want to use. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. And if you found value in this video, I would really appreciate a like and you subscribing to the channel. If you want access to all the templates I showed in this video completely for free, join our free school community. It's linked down below in the description as well. And if you are a coach or a consultant looking for an AI solution implemented in your business to handle all of your setting process, go ahead and book a call. Link is also down below in the description. I hope you guys have a fantastic day and I'll see you guys in the next one.